what I've come to find out about Fukushima is extremely disturbing. I've put in a month's worth of study on this, at least, straight on the Fukushima aspect. And what I've come to find out is that the radiation that's been released from Fukushima, and there was radiation released from Fukushima, is that eventually you're not going to believe what it's going to decay into. When radioactive decay happens, these radioactive elements, especially xenon and cesium, they will actually, and iodine, they break down into strontium and barium over the course of time. Now, does that sound familiar to anybody? Strontium and barium are the prime ingredients that we all know are listed in chemtrails. So what Fukushima was a long-term release of a large amount of strontium and barium in the long term. That's what it's going to turn into. So when I found that out, I couldn't believe it. I just said, "Oh my God! I learned this back in high school or college, and now it's all coming back." And I went and looked up strontium and barium, and it turns out the United States Army science labs, so they have their own laboratories, developed a device that's capable of, here it is in the chat right there, that developed a device that's capable of projecting a beam into the atmosphere over a large distance, but its primary component that requires it to work is barium and strontium.
That's awesome. Awesome information.
Yeah, it's blue beam is what we're talking about.
Yep.
And I put the video out. It's on there. You can just go search barium, strontium, Fukushima, and you'll find my video. And so what I think that we're seeing is the chemtrail spraying and the Fukushima release is a build-up not just for weather modification, because they use it also for ionospheric mirror tilting and a few other things to aid in the frequency transmission from different devices. But I also think it's a dual use, that they're going to use, everybody knows blue beam exists, and there was the spiral above Norway when Obama was there, and several other spirals that have appeared. I truly think that Fukushima might be a plan to enact this greater nefarious fraud that we're all talking about.
Yep. Absolutely.
And that's what I found out.
Absolutely, and that's brilliant. Thank you so much for connecting those dots. That is very valuable information. Strontium and barium used to facilitate a blue beam projection situation. In order to make Project Bluebeam a reality, which is a fake alien invasion, they need to create holograms that look real.
Hello YouTube, Dutchsince here. It is 2:26 a.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesday, March 29th, 2011. Nuclear transmutation. And I learned about this in school, of course, and you just file it in the back of your head. It's just one of those terms you hear, and this is just amazing. Cesium-137, which is one of the radioactive isotopes being released from the Japanese nuclear reactor, when it's exposed to the environment, okay, after it's out, it decays into barium, a non-radioactive form of barium. Okay? Alright, so cesium-137 turns into barium. Well, being the inquisitive person that I am, I went and looked it up. And not only does it turn into barium, but look, it turns into strontium too. These elements are turning into barium and strontium. Does that sound familiar to any of you? Barium and strontium? Aluminum, barium, and strontium is what is in chemtrails. Over and over and over again. We can go through it time and time again. I just thought I'd bring that to all your attention